today I wanted to do a talk through makeup tutorial. I've done quite a lot of voiceovers recently, so I wanted to sit down, do a little talk through, we can chat and everything. I thought it would be fun. And recently I posted a tutorial using the Too Faced Peach Palette, Sweet Peach Palette. And I said that I was inspired by a bodysuit that I was wearing from FashionNova. So today I'm going to be doing something very similar. I'm wearing this bodysuit by FashionNova. This isn't sponsored by FashionNova, by the way. I love them though. So I wanted to wear this and I figured why not do like a really pretty pinky purpley blue look, and I figured why not use the Too Faced Bonbons palette. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. As you can see, there's a lot of pinks, blues, purples. It would go perfectly with this shirt, and I hope you guys enjoy. I think it's going to be really fun and a pretty look. So let me just tie up my hair and we are going to get started. We're just going into primer. I'm using the Bare Minerals Prime Time Foundation Primer. This is a primer that doesn't break me out, guys. I'm like amazed. I'm super excited about it. If you guys don't know, every single time I use a primer, it breaks me out, except this one. So I'm loving it so far. I got it from Sephora when we had the like VIB sale. I had 15% off, right? They really need to give like 20% off, to be completely honest, but whatever. I'm also going to put it on my nose because foundation does not stay on my nose. And I'm also going to rub it in a little bit on my forehead and just a little bit on my chin. Coffee break. Okie dokie. So I am going to quickly color correct a little bit. Ever since I used that NYX color correcting palette, I've been like obsessed with color correcting. So during that Sephora VIB sale, I picked up the Sephora plus Pantone Universe color correcting palette. Look how pretty it is. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you really should, because I feel like I post pretty good pictures of products and everything, so definitely check it out. When you see the little box on my screen and it has the little Instagram icon, that means that's a picture that I posted on Instagram, and you can check it out on my Instagram. AllThatFresh. Join the Fresh Fam. Okay, so I'm going to be taking my Sigma P84 brush. I love it. It's angled, it's synthetic. I love the way it applies my concealer. So I'm going to be taking this peachy color right here, mixing it in with this yellow because I feel like the yellow really brightens. And these two shades are going right underneath my eye so that it brightens up. It gets rid of my blue and purple underneath here. And then I am going to put a little bit of green on some of the little acne spots that I have. And then color correcting will be done. Color correcting is done. I do like to go in with my sponge to just tap out the product, just because I feel like the Pantone palette is a little bit thick and I just want to pick up any excess product that's on my skin. So the sponge is going to do that, and then when that's done, we're just going to go straight into foundation. Today, because it's kind of like a Too Faced kind of day, I am going to be using the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. Mine is in Ivory. It's just a little bit too yellow for me, but once I put bronzer and I powder up my skin a little bit, it works out fine. Blah, blah, blah. So yeah, I'm just going to put some on my finger. I'm going to dot it all over my face, and then I'm going to blend everything out with my sponge. This is going to be fairly quick because you guys have seen me apply foundation like 10 million times. So I zoomed you guys in a little bit. I am going to prime my eyes with the usual Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion in Eden. I love this. This is literally the only primer that I use. It covers up the discoloration on my lids. It gives me like a nice clean base. I love this so much. I don't think I will ever use another primer. So I'm going to take my Morphe, excuse me. I'm going to take my Morphe brush from the Vegan brush set and just blend out this primer. I blended out the primer. It's a little bit sticky, but I'm going to fill in my eyebrows off camera, and then I'm going to set that primer, so I'll just be back in just a second. Okay, so my eyebrows are done. Just in case you guys were wondering, I did use the Anastasia Brow Wiz in dark brown, and then I set it with the Milani Clear Brow Gel. I am kind of curious. I kind of want to try the brow definer. It's the angled one. A lot of people say it's really good, so what do you guys think? Have you guys tried it? Should I try it, or should I just like stick with the Brow Wiz? I'm not sure. I am curious though. Like, I would be willing to put it in my cart and try it out. So like I mentioned before, I am going to set my primer. I'm going to use the MAC Mineralize Skin Finish. This shade is in medium. Where is my favorite brush? Here we go, the Real Technique setting brush. I'm just going to pick some up on my brush and then set both of my eyes. For the inner portions of my lid, I am going to be using the the Color Tattoo by Maybelline in Inked in Pink. And then for the outer portions, I'm going to be using this CoverGirl Flamed Out Shadow Pencil. I got this such a long time ago to do like a 4th of July look, but I never did it. So I don't even know if CoverGirl sells this anymore, but this shade is going on the outer portion of my lids. Okay, so this is what I got going on right now. I'm just going to go over it with my finger just to blend it out a little bit, just to make sure there aren't any chunks. So I think I'm going to go in with my transition color first, and I'm going to take Almond Truffle, which is like a mauvey, purpley brown kind kind of thing. And this is a Sigma E40. I'm just gonna go ahead and put this in my crease, do little circular motions, bring it up above the crease too, and just kind of blend it out so it's nice and soft. So once that's done, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do the inner portion of my lids. I'm gonna take, what kind of brush do I want to use? Okay, so I'm going to take this Sigma brush. It's the Shader Lid E56. I'm going to take the shade Cotton Candy, which is this like bright pink. And this is going on the inner portions of my lids. I'm taking Cafe au Lait, which is a really pretty silver right here. And this is going to go in the middle of my lids. And then for the outer portion, I'm going to take Earl Grey, which is a really pretty like bluish gray shade. I'm going to pick some up. This is a Sigma Crease E47. I love this brush so much. I used it in that peach palette tutorial. I'm obsessed. It's going right on the outer lid. So I think that's pretty even. I'm gonna go ahead and use my Sigma, this is the E25 blending, and just blend this out. I didn't pick up any product. I'm just blending it out. I go back into Almond Truffle, which is my transition color, and just lightly blend out the edges of Earl Grey so that you can still see Almond Truffle pop up right above Earl Grey. I went a little bit too far up with Earl Grey, to be honest, but I think it's gonna work out. I think it's gonna look okay. Let me clean up the edges of my eyeshadow. I'm going to use my favorite concealer ever. This is the Rimmel Match Perfection. This color is in Fair Light. I usually pick up just Fair, but they didn't have any at the Walgreens that I went to, but Fair Light works well anyway, so I was like, ah, whatever. I'm going to get some on the brush, and then just put this right underneath my eyeball. I'm going to do a little triangle shape. Okay, so I cleaned up the edges. I usually like to take my edges up a little bit more, but because I really don't want to use eyeliner today, so I did the edges a little bit lower, and I like the way they turned out. So I think this eye needs a little bit more of Earl Grey. Now I'm going to set my concealer. I'm using the Maybelline Master Fix Loose Powder. I love this powder so much. You should be careful though if you are taking pictures with flash at night. I did find that my under eyes looked like not super bright, but they were a little too bright, and I used the powder, so just be careful with that. I'm going to take Satin Sheets, which is also a color in the Too Faced Boudoir Eyes palette, and I'm going to just put this in the inner corner of my eyes. So now in the outer portion of my lower lash line, I'm going to take Earl Grey. And then in the middle, I'm going to take Cotton Candy. So I'm going to blend that all out with Almond Truffle. I'm just taking this small little smudge brush by Eco Tools and just going over the whole lower lash line. So lastly, I'm going to take Divinity, and this is going to be my eyebrow or brow bone highlight. I'm going to put this blue eyeliner in my waterline. I'm not going to do a ton of it, but it's called Prance by Colourpop. And I'm just going to put it right there, a little bit, like a very light layer. I don't want it to be too blue. I just kind of want it to pop a little bit. Alright, so time for mascara. I'm using L'Oreal's Telescopic Carbon Black. It is my favorite. And I really need to try some new mascaras because I literally use this one all the time. I know you guys are probably sick of hearing me talk about it, but I love it. I'm also going to add a couple coats to my lower lashes as well. Okay, so now that my eyes are done, I'm going to go ahead and set my foundation. I'm going to be using the MAC Mineralize Skin Finish, and I'm going to use my Real Techniques powder brush, and I'm just going to kind of press this into my skin and then swirl it around a little bit. Like I said, I love the finish of this powder. I feel like you can pile this on and you never really look powdery. So I haven't used my Lorac Pro Contour Kit in forever, so I wanted to use it today. I'm going to take the light contour shade with my Sephora contour brush, and I'm going to contour my cheeks. I'm also going to contour my temples, and then just a little bit on my jawline. I'm going to blend out my contour a little bit. Just like with eyeshadow, we blend out after every single step. That's what I'm doing on my face. So blending out my contour a little bit. now I'm going to bronze up. I'm going to be using the Sonia Kashuk Chic Luminosity Bronzer / Highlight Duo. And I'm taking the bronzer shade, obviously, putting some on my Morphe brush and lightly blending in the same areas where I contoured, which are like my cheeks, my temples, and my jawline. Okie dokie, so I was going to use my NYX Ombre blush today, which I love. This one is in Mauve Me, but it's a Too Faced day, so I'm going to use my Love Flush Long Lasting 6-Hour Blush Wardrobe palette type thingy. So because this is a very cool tone look, I'm going to use Justify My Love. It's a beautiful purpley pink, and today I'm using my Sonia Kashuk angled brush. I'm just going to pick some up on my brush and apply it to the backs of my cheeks and then kind of blend it upwards to like the fronts of my cheeks. For highlighter today, I'm going to use one of the new Wet n Wild Megaglo highlighting powders. This one is in Precious Petals. It is so pretty. Do you guys see that? Oh my god, it's gorgeous. So I'm going to use my e.l.f. Small taper brush. Just going to pick some up on this brush, tap it off, and put it right on my cheekbones. So I don't want to do anything crazy on the lips. I have crazy colors on the eyes and everything, so I'm going to keep the lips like toned down a little bit. I'm going to use Kylie's Matte Liquid Lipstick and Lip Liner in Candy K. Gotta give a huge shout out to my friend. She was able to pick this up for me because getting these is like crazy. Like, it's impossible. So we made a deal that, you know, if either of us could get any, we'd get some for each other, and she was able to pick some up. So thank you so much. I'm going to use the lip liner first, obviously. So I just outlined my lips, and now I'm going to go in with Candy K Matte Liquid Lipstick. Alright guys, that's it for this talk through makeup tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you really liked the way the look turned out. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. Also subscribe if you want to be a part of the Fresh Fam. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!